team looking to maintain the unbeaten record is Horowhenua. But Thames Valley, who have a win and a loss, and the loss was by a mere 2 points to Wanganui, so they're in some sort of form. The Swamp Foxes should be good this one. Strap on in.
Perfect day to be here.
Hi mate, yeah. Perfect weather for rugby.
Yes, it's the sort of the day where you tuck yourself up in the grandstand, don't you? Horowhenua-Kapiti in the white and red jerseys, and the visitors in their gold black with red trim, and it's Thames Valley have got the drive on. I'll tell you what, if this goes all the way, it'll make the video, Camo.
And Mace, you mentioned in the pre-game how well the Swamp Fox have been going, that narrow 2-point loss to Wanganui last week. That was at home, but gee, that must give them such confidence taking on the defending champs. Look at the structure of here. Ball's been stopped. They have another dig, Thames Valley.
Ranger twirled around and took it. This, remember, started outside the 22. Try! Oh, that's terrific. That's brilliant stuff. Lele Noah. George Lele Noah goes across for the try. This came from a line out on the 22. Fantastic.
Yeah, and in the end, in the wet and forget replay, it stopped. Horowhenua-Kapiti did just stop it, but they have no defenders in behind the ruck. You see them fanning left and right. No one directly in behind. The big prop forward well was going to be unstoppable, even if there were some players there, I figure.
Wood gets it wide.
Gee, it's hard to move in this slippery conditions, isn't it? You see the backs trying to bounce onto the outside. Hard to get a footing.
Wood again, he finds Maloney. Maloney makes a metre or two. Wisniewski now, right into the biggest puddle he can find. We used to do that when we were kids, you know, so you go home with a dirty jersey.
Oh,
look out, intercept. He's away. He's going the whole way. Mitre. Yep, not going to get close to him. Well, talk about a turnaround.
Well, you and I both read the intercept, Mace, and we're old-timers, we're old veterans. Mitre, he's a lone player, plays for the Tower Rugby Club in the Wellington competition. Look on the wet and forget replay. It was just a floating pass, really hard. Made mention these conditions actually catch, gather, and offload the pass. It all sort of slows down that movement. But the inside centre, Mitre, gee, over and bringing things in very tight in his first 40 minutes.
On the bench, the Thames Valley players, they will, most of them anyway, get a call to action. Probably in the second half, possibly before, as Horowhenua-Kapiti running capers here. This is good play. That's got them 30 metres upfield with just 2 passes. Shelford, the captain, grabs another 6 or 8. Actually, on the skid, it's more like 9. Knocked on there. No, the referee spotted. It was pulled out, not releasing.
Just slowing things down. Ryan Shelford, what a great movement. So attacking blind at Horowhenua-Kapiti. Good numbers, throwing huge numbers at the ruck. Ball protection is really important. So on the angle, 42 metres.
James Soialo. And makes it look easy, and it was anything but. But it's taken the home side to the lead at the break by 10 points to 7. Been a pretty interesting first half. Conditions are difficult.
They are. Concentration levels really going to have to be ramped up. You go into the halftime break, sometimes you can just settle down a little bit. You get cold, you've got to bring that energy, bring that momentum all the way back up again. Get straight back into it. Oh, great skills.
Quite read by the rest of the team, as well as perhaps he thought it was. McMahon now. The outlet pass is a good one.
Ryan Shelford's a big man, isn't he?
Yep.
Takes the ball into contact.
Takes 2 people to put him down, and one of them did something rather naughty.
Yeah, Matt Hart, I think the replacement flanker for Thames Valley, on an offside position. So when Ryan Shelford got over that gain line, the Thames Valley Hart just didn't get back. It's another kick.
So Uyalo in front, but still a long way out, and the plant foot is not certain, but the result is certain. So Horowhenua-Kapiti go ahead again.
So James Soialo, sorry, another import player for Horowhenua-Kapiti, brother of Stephen Soialo, the scrum half for Samoa, and Rodney Soialo, one of our great athletic number 8s for the All Blacks.
Thames Valley bashing away now. 2 metres from the line, and hang on.
That's it,
the
I think.
referees find a penalty, and that'll do it for the game. And you can see how much this means to the Horowhenua-Kapiti side.
I don't know, we just dug deep and the boys got the win.
Yeah, the first half was quite significant, but a bit of slippery ball there for a while.
You look, Thames Valley are a very worthy adversary. There's big four battle up front, and you know, I was tick for tack there for a bit, so all the best. Hey, I'd just like to say to all the wives out there, thank you for supporting your men. You know, we got 22 boys here that appreciate your time, and so thank you very much for letting us play footy.
Results in week 3 of the Heartland Championship. West Coast win the Battle of the Coast. Horowhenua-Kapiti pushed all the way by Thames Valley Buller. Last minute drop goal, wasn't it, to beat North Otago. King Country looked good. South Canterbury retained the Hannon Shield. And Wanganui, wow, they were pushed 25-14 by Poverty Bay.
And the results of all of that on the points table. Wanganui and Horowhenua-Kapiti lead the way by just a bonus point from Buller and South Canterbury. West Coast and North Otago very much challenging for a spot at this stage of the season in the Meads Cup. Mid-Canterbury languishing right down there towards the bottom. East Coast and Poverty Bay yet to get off the mark. But as we'll see in a moment, they play one another next week. That'll be a big battle. And it's good to see you guys in the Heartland Championship. King Country will travel to Oamaru next week. That's a big game. We've told you already about the Poverty Bay East Coast. South Canterbury Wanganui, look out. West Coast Horowhenua-Kapiti. Can Horowhenua keep their run going in Greymouth? They've started. Will they arrive? That's what that is all about. It's been a very interesting first 3 weeks of the Mitre 10 Heartland Championship. Remember, there's only 8 rounds of round robin before they split into the top 4 for the Meads Cup. The second 4 go to the Lahore Cup, and already it's starting to get a little bit difficult to figure out which way they're going to go. We'll tell you everything there is to know here on Mainfreight Rugby.